So in this video we are learning about the zero index, which is just something that has an index of 0 or something to the power of 0. So let's just start off with an example, and our example is going to simply be a to the power of 3 divided by a to the power of 3. Now we know if we use all of our other laws that what we would have to do with this, because it's a divide, it would be a to the power of 3 minus 3, which is also a to the power of 0. So we're going to find out what that looks like if we expand it to start with. So we know a to the power of 3 means a times a times a, and on the bottom we've also got a times a times a. So if we are dividing a by a, we know that the answer we get is 1. So there is one a in a. Same thing over here, a divided a is 1, and a divided a again is 1. So what we're left with really here is 1 times 1 times 1, which is going to give us an answer of 1. And this is the trick with the zero index, is that everything to the power of 0 is going to equal 1. Okay, that's it. It's that simple. So let's do a few examples. Nice and easy to start with. 4 to the power of 0 literally just equals 1. It is not a trick. X to the power of 0 again equals 1. And this is where things get a little bit more difficult. If we say 16x to the power of 0, what we're really here saying is 16 times x to the power of 0. So that's saying 16 times 1, which is 16. So just because suddenly we know that everything to the power of 0 is 1, we can't just ignore this 16. Alright, so another example here, let's go for p to the power of 4 times q to the power of 0 times s to the power of 4. Again, we are saying that we've got p to the power of 4 times q to the power of 0 times s to the power of 4. Just because this bit we know equals 1 doesn't mean these bits disappear. So what we've got is p to the power of 4 times 1 times s to the power of 4. So we are left with p to the power of 4 times s to the power of 4. Alright, and our very last example, I'm just going to do one for you. All the same rules apply. So y to the power of 4 times y to the power of 3 divided by y to the power of 5 times y to the power of 2. If we do our top line here, we know that we are going to, with a multiply sign, add our indices, so 4 plus 3, divided by our bottom line of our fraction here, which is y to the power of 5 plus 2. We know we get y to the power of 7 divided by y to the power of 7, which will give us y to the power of 7 minus 7, or y to the power of 0. So our final answer there equals 1. So even though we know that this is a very simple rule, anything to the power of 0 equals 1, sometimes you're going to see it pop up in lots of different ways. Okay, so keep in mind there's always those multiply signs going on in there as well.